Hello everyone, welcome back to Masked Pundit TV. So now in today's video I'm going to be giving my preview and my prediction for tomorrow's game, which will see bloody Burnley take on Arsenal. So let's get into it. So I think first thing to mention, for us Arsenal fans is I think it's important we do not underestimate Burnley. I think Burnley have been very difficult to beat in majority of their games this season. Even the first half against Manchester City, they gave them a hard game. They've just coming off that 3-2 win against Wolverhampton as well. Um, you know, so they don't be difficult to beat, and we have struggled against Burnley in recent seasons. It's only a few years back you'd be going into a game against Burnley and you'd be dreading it a bit. That they'd have the physicality when they were under Sean Dyche, and we didn't really have the creativity to be able to deal with teams that are just going to sit back, block, all that stuff. And we didn't have the set piece quality that we do now. I remember beating them 1-0 when I think it was Martin Odegaard who scored the free kick. But I also remember 0-0 that year as well against Burnley. They're always a difficult team to beat, and Park has seemed to have got them set up in that similar way again. Very defensive, gone back to the basics. So I do expect them to be difficult to beat. Arsenal are, of course, in the Premier League, coming off that 1-0 win against Crystal Palace, which was a very, very good result for us. Against, again, a very difficult team to beat. And then, obviously, in the Carabao Cup, we just beat Brighton 1-0 with a heavily rotated squad. Again, good result for us there. We just went through there. We won that 2-0, I believe. Yeah, it was 2-0. So, yeah. It, the squad should be quite well rested for this game. And, got to travel up to Burnley for it. It's gonna be a very tough game. Very tough game. I do expect that. I don't think we're gonna batter them. We don't seem to be one of those types of teams that are gonna put 4, 5, 6 past a team like Burnley. But we're also a team that's very, very difficult to score against. So, I don't think we'll use the game. I can see Burnley. I mean, spoiler up for my score prediction. I'm going to back us to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if Burnley get a draw, I think it will be a very, very tough game. We cannot underestimate Burnley. But ultimately, I just don't think they have the physicality that they had a few seasons ago. But they've got some great players in there. I mean, Fiorentino, that CDM, who they signed, has been very good. Ogachokwu, however you say his name, big fan of his. Obviously, Anthony seems to be scoring a lot of goals. Carl Walker, obviously the big one, solidified the defence. Dubravka, experienced Premier goalkeeper. So yeah, they've got a good side. And they've shown they're in a they're not here to make up the numbers this season. They're actually trying to fight for survival. So yeah, let's get into our predicted lineup then for Arsenal. So obviously in goal is going to be David Villa, kept prepared against Brighton. Had a very, very good game. Was actually my man of the match. But in the Premier League, it is going to be David Villa, who is the number one goalkeeper. Absolutely no problems with that. Now into the back four, into the defense, right? So right back, we're going to go with Jurgen Timber. Again, had a good rest at the Brighton game. Did come on towards the end of the game, but Ben White started it. Jurgen Timber well rested, can play in this game. And I thought Ben White had a good game against Brighton, but we again just saw what Jurgen Timber could do when he comes on. Made a good drive and run through the midfield. And fantastic player, man. Fantastic player. The two centre backs, I'm going to go with Mosquera as one of them. Not sure if Sieb is ready for this game, especially coming back to be starting after the injury. So, I am expecting Mosquera to play this game. And again, had a very, very good game against Brighton, I thought. Then next to him, going to go with Gabriel again, well rested. Hincapié started the Brighton game, did well. So, I'm expecting Gabriel to be back and ready in this one, and we know how important he is, especially in not just defence but in set pieces as well. Then at left back, I'm going to go Calafiori. Again, rested. Marzu Scary played in the Brighton game, so Calafiori rested, ready to go, and has been absolutely brilliant this season. Scary has been brilliant as well in the games he's played. He's a bit unfortunate not to be starting more games because of how good Calafiori has been. So let's get into the midfield now. So first up in the midfield, I am going to go with Martin Zubimendi. Christian Norgel started the last game. So again, Zubimendi, well rested. I keep saying that. I'm probably going to say it of every player on the pitch pretty much. Zubimendi will be ready for this game. And yeah, we know how important he is to our season, how important he is to midfield, how well he controls the games, can set the tempo. His passing as well is going to be very good and very key to opening up that Burnley defense. So yeah, Zubimendi, and then next to him, we're gonna have Declan Rice again, very important, especially from the set pieces. You know, it could come down to a game of individual quality, and we need those set pieces, which we know, set piece FC and all that. We're very good at them. Um, and yeah, again, well rested. Just ultimately, he works his socks off. He never stops running. Declan Rice, brilliant in both boxes, and yeah, I think one of our most important players for sure, especially in this game. And then just ahead of them, we're going to go with Eberic Eze. Again, had a good game against Brighton. Been playing a lot of football, but he's not going to be needed to be as well rested, I don't think. He's not played as much as the others. So, and you know, he's still settling into the team, finding his rhythm. He's getting better and better every game, I feel like. So we are soon going to see the best of Eberic Eze. And I think he will play this game. Now, onto the attack. Into the attack now, right? On the right wing, we will play Saka. Now, Max Dowman played that game against Brighton. Did very, very well. But Bukayo Saka, you know, needed the rest. He's now got that rest. And again, when he came on, got the goal, obviously, as well, to kill off the game. So yeah, it's going to be good to have him back, have him fresh, have him ready. Again, going to be one of the key players to breaking down the Burnley defence. So Bukayo Saka will be on the right. On the left, I'm going to go with Trossard. Eze played on the left against Brighton. But Trossard, again, his creativity. Martinelli, I don't think will be back for this game either. So Trossard really is the option there. I mean, maybe Eze goes back on the left and he goes with Wanyeri because Wanyeri was very good. But it depends how attacking he wants to go. Trossard has that creativity, has that experience as well, and has also not been too bad for us recently. So I'm more than happy to have Trossard there. And then finally up front, Victor Gyökeres, again rested, ready to go. Again, he's gonna be important. He's gonna have an important role to play against Burnley, not necessarily the scoring sense, although I would like to see him bag a goal. But just again, when Burnley, we know Burnley are gonna sit back, have that low block, having Gyökeres create more space for the wingers, like he's been doing so well, is going to be crucial here. My prediction for the game, I'm going to go with another 1-0 win, which I believe would be our third 1-0 win in a row in the Premier League. Obviously, we beat Fulham 1-0, beat Palace 1-0, so I'm thinking we'll win 1-0 against Burnley. Goal scorer, let's go Declan Rice. Go on, he deserves a goal. Yeah. I'm going to say 1-0, but it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. I'd like us to get the goal early as well. Because if we go into half-time 0-0, I think it's, Burnley are definitely 100% going to be playing for a draw that game. But, it's important. These are the type of games we've got to win. It could be a very important week for us as well, because Liverpool have got a hard game in Aston Villa, and obviously Liverpool and City play each other soon as well. So it's going to be an important week for us. But that is it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button if you did. Hit that subscribe button, sorry, if you enjoyed and you want to see more. It does greatly help out the channel. Maybe even a cheeky share around as well. All that good stuff. See you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed, and take care. Enjoy the game.